Good morning, Martin from the Philippines. We're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So let's get to it. People watching the live or the replay, join me for the ride. Enjoy this one. This is called Why Do I Count My Blessings? And I'll give you 5 reasons why. So if you stay to the end, I just might share a bonus one also for you. So, why do I count my blessings? People watching the live or the replay, feel free to comment down below if you also count your blessings. I'll be reading your comments. Feel free to share also if this works for you. Feel free to also share if you've tried it and maybe it didn't work for you. I'm curious. So, why do I count my blessings? Let's get to it. Number one. Number one reason why I do it is sanity. So, it might surprise some of you. You might say, whoa, you you start off like 0 to 100 already. So sanity, why do I count my blessings and why does it benefit my sanity? My default, and this is just my experience, is every time I wake up, my default is I see the negative. I see the worst case scenario. So if you are an overthinker, if you also think this way by default, hashtag relate, comment down below. So I know I'm not alone in this world. And a good thing I learned about this too is in 2018, I started my personal development seminars and I encountered this person named T. Harv Eker. So if you're wondering, why do we see negative or why do we see worst case scenarios by default? I learned this. Why is this our default? Our brain's primary purpose is what? I'll give you a hint. It's actually not to make us happy. So, our brain's primary purpose is actually survival. So, it started to make sense, and I felt less crazy that people, it's by default, we tend to see fear, danger, anything that's a threat to our life. If you've heard of the terms fight or flight, our survival, reaction like that, the mind, the brain is actually designed for that. That's how we survived so long, right? The species. So by default, I count my blessings to help with that, with sanity, because if not, if I'm left to my own devices or my mind, all I see will be the negative. So I count my blessings, helps with my sanity. Number two, shift from fear to gratitude. So it's number two, shift from fear to gratitude. What do I mean? Tony Robbins, one of the mentors I'm learning from, he has this line. He says, trade your expectations for appreciation, and your whole world changes in an instant. So you could try it yourself. If ever you are in that state, again by default, thinking negative thoughts and fear, try to trade or shift from that thought to appreciation. How do I do that? I count my blessings. So I'll also show you an example of that in a moment. So, what is this about? Number two, shift from fear to gratitude. It's a shift and it's a decision to live in a beautiful state. Gratitude is an example of a beautiful state. So, appreciation. That's why the words of Tony Robbins. In simple terms, it's focus on the good instead of the crap. Like all that shit in the head, all the thoughts, all the negativity, all the fear. Sometimes it's anger also. So we shift from that emotion, that feeling, or that thought into a more beautiful state. How do you do that? I count my blessings. So it's shifting from fear or whatever that emotion was to gratitude. That's another way of saying counting my blessings. So, number three, why do I count my blessings? Number three is actually more peace. So, what do I mean by this? Whenever I count my blessings throughout the day, I feel more inner peace. So, I'm not doing it every second, every minute of the day. But whenever I do, take a step back, have quiet time, I start journaling, then it helps give me more peace. Whatever that thought I was going through, whatever that emotion I was feeling, maybe anger, right? Like the ego kicking in, counting my blessings, it gives me more peace. Number four, next one, gratitude journaling. So maybe you already heard that in passing. So counting my blessings, another term for it that I learned later on is gratitude journaling. So gratitude journaling is one of the best practices that I learned from my mentors and high level people. For example, Tony Robbins. Now, if you're not just into the seminar space and all that, maybe you've heard of Steve Harvey, so he also does gratitude journaling. Another one, Oprah Winfrey. So they really take it seriously, and these are high level people that I look up to. So I do it by modeling because it's one of the best practices that these people do. So number four is gratitude journaling, another term I learned for counting my blessings. Number five, already at the fifth. Why do I count my blessings? It's like a workout for my spirit. So that's number five. It's like a workout for my spirit. Whenever I count my blessings, it's like mental, emotional, and spiritual exercise. So it's a way of, it's like to train my brain to rewire, because I already mentioned in the first one my default, right, of just seeing negative or worst case scenarios. It's like reprogramming. Now you might ask, how long will I do it, right? Well, it's like exercise. So I've been doing it every day for the past years, three plus, I believe. I The earliest post I could find was dated December 2017. So for sure, like my gut feeling is at least 2 3 years plus. I've been doing it actually every day. So what's an example? I'll do a very quick sharing. Share my screen over here. This one. So if you want to see an example, you could check my profile. It's public. So this one is my Facebook profile over there. This is as of today, this morning. Scroll down a bit. You already see me as I posted that 4 hours ago. It is 9 a.m. So yeah, I posted at about past 3 a.m. already, close to 4 a.m. And there you go. I was exercising. So that's my number one. Number two, mental meditation. That's also where I got a lot of inspiration or just putting good stuff in my head. Took a cold shower, 6:28 a.m. all the way to, you could be more specific. When I shaved this morning, my neck beard, uh, I also put like a filter, like a tissue there, so as to not clog the sink. Because people who could relate, and people say, "Is this guy crazy?" But those who can relate, if you ever clogged your sink from too much hair and then cleaning out the mess after, I counted that as a blessing too. To just have a functional bathroom with dignity. Like if you ever flushed the toilet and it was clogged, man, hashtag relate if you could, right? So that's just a quick example of today, counting my blessings. I've done the day prior. You can see other journaling. There you go. So I did the day before that. So you could check it out yourself to get an example. So stop sharing, and this live already here before we go too long. So I said five already. Why do I count my blessings? One is for my sanity. Two is a shift from fear to gratitude. Three is more peace. Four is gratitude journaling. Five is a workout for my spirit. Now, those who stay to the end, I'll give you a bonus. Why do I count my blessings? It's so that I don't kill myself. That's the bonus. So any of you who say, man, I can't believe he just said that. So why do I say that? How many of you have ever had a bad day? How many of you had a down day? And how many of you have had such a down day? Maybe you call it like a dark night of the soul, like you've been that low, and then it started going maybe a little too many days, too much. So maybe some of you already get it if you've been to that place. So counting my blessings, I believe I've been, it's been a decade already actually. Maybe since I went through a really, really low point in my life, it helped me get by. I'm still here. Now, those who get it, this is the reason why I made this live today. Maybe it's something that might help you too. And maybe it might help us last a little longer. So that's why I count my blessings. I'm going to end this on a good note. While you see this, let me take this down. So the shirt, ending this on a good note, I'm about to head out to BGC. So those who've seen my Instagram, we're going to be having an ice bath, yoga, meditation, and a bit of sound healing too with the Oka Collective. So headed by Bianca. She's from Brazil. We started these events just last October 2023. I think this is the fourth one I'm helping them out with, the team with, and each event has been amazing, really cool, really fun. Check it out on my Instagram. The posts I've been sharing on my stories. Also, if you want to join. So I love it. Just sharing good vibes out there. So thank you. I love you. And I will see you next time.